Hey guys, it's Tennis with Tyler, and today we are going over tips to help you win your next match. If you're watching this video and you have a big match coming up, either tonight, tomorrow, in the next week, this is the video for you. In this video, we won't be going over technique. Whatever technique you have, if you have a grandma serve, if you have a half backhand, a half forehand, this will improve your game with whatever strokes you currently have, okay? So the first tip that we are going to give you, we're going to work with what you have, right? We are going to start a little bit behind the baseline. So next time you go out to your match, you're going to start a little bit further back behind the baseline. Now, let me tell you why. Too many players, what they do is they start right at the baseline. They wait right here. Look, if someone hits me a normal ball and I am at the baseline, what is the first thing that I have to do? Well, too many players do this. They don't move and then they got to change their stroke and go like that, okay? Well, again, if you have a grandma forehand, that might be good. But watch, what's the first thing I have to do if I have to adjust to get in my contact point? I have to move back, right? When you move back in tennis, guys, you are on defense. The odds are against you. You do not want to be moving back in tennis. Now, look, if I start a little bit behind, now if someone hits me a neutral ball, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn and I am going to move up to the ball. So again, the first tip that what we are going to do is we are going to start a little bit back behind the baseline. Now, when you guys are waiting in ready position, you are going to start on your toes. Your weight is going to be on your toes, right? At all times. By being on your toes, it's going to allow you to get to more balls. It doesn't matter how fast you are. If you can be on your toes, you're going to be able to move better. Look, too many players, their weight's on their heels. They're waiting, ready position, weights on the heels. And then look, it's hard to push off. It's hard to push off. If you can be on your toes, then you can move and be more agile to move to your next ball. So make sure that you are on your toes. Now the split step, right? If you already split step, I want you to think about it more. If you don't split step, then you guys need to split step. If you watch any player, any professional player, any high level player, okay? And again, I don't always use high level examples, right? For club level players, but too many players, they don't split step. You want to be in the air when your opponent hits the ball. So again, I'm waiting, I'm in the air, my opponent hits the ball, and then I'm going to move. I'm going to be in the air, boom, my opponent hits the ball, and then I'm going to move. By split stepping, it's going to be able to allow me to either move to the right, or I'm going to split step and move to the left. By split stepping, it's going to help me react to balls. If I'm just waiting here when my opponent hits the ball, even if I'm on my toes, it's going to be hard to push off, okay? So again, we're starting back behind the baseline. We are now on our toes and we are trying to split step. We're trying to be in the air while our opponent hits the ball. Now, another great tip to get to more balls, right? You're going to move diagonal. You're never going to move horizontal. And what I mean by that is when I hit, and I was just checking my phone real quick. I've been recording these YouTube videos and halfway through, my camera just cuts out. I just recorded this amazing serve video. I'll put the link in the description. And halfway, the camera just cut out and I had to redo the whole video and it was super sad. So now I'm super paranoid. But to get back to it, again, too many players, right? The ball goes out wide, they move like this, they try to hit, takes so long, and then they gotta get back to the next ball, they can't hit it, right? Instead of moving horizontal, you're going to cut the angle, right? You're going to get there faster. So watch, if I have a ball out wide, look, I'm going to move up and hit it like this. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to split step on my toes, boom. I'm going to move up here. Oh, well, what was the first tip that Tyler told me? Oh, I got to be back here, right? Okay, here we are. I move up, boom. I am moving in an angle, right? Diagonal, right? I'm moving in a V. I'm either moving out this way or I am moving out that way when I hit. Now, another good tip, and this is going to be the last footwork tip that you can do to instantly improve your game in your next match, is you're not going to let the ball come to you. You are going to go to the ball. What I mean by that is too many players, what they do, right? The ball, they wait for it, right? What I mean by that is the ball's coming, they wait for it to get to them. I can't get to it, I couldn't get to it, right? No, you are moving up to every single ball. Again, what did I say? When you are moving forward, you're on offense, you're in the best percentage chance to win. When you're moving backwards, you are on defense. So you are going to what? You are going to move up to the ball and hit. Again, I am going to move up to the ball and hit every single time. So next time you're on court, I want you to move up to every ball. Now we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going, guys. Next tip, okay? This is a consistency tip, okay? The two best tips, and I'm going to tell you right now, that a coach has ever told me before a match, and you guys can subscribe to him as well. His name's Ryan Reedy over at 2 Minute Tennis. So I was like, Ryan, I have this match coming up. I'm super nervous. I haven't played tennis in a while. I played a tennis match. I was coaching tons of tennis, but I have to play this match. I'm super nervous. He said, be the person that hits the ball higher over the net than your opponent, right? So when I hit the ball, I want to be the person that hits the ball higher over the net than my opponent. Too many players, what they do is that they go super, super low over net. Now that is low percentage. I want to hit the ball high over net so I can play high percentage, right? I want margin on my shots. Look, I can hit this ball as high up in the air as I want, and it's going to dive down because of gravity. The higher up you hit the ball, the more consistent it is going to be. Now, okay, Tyler, there's going to be someone in the comments that go, okay, if I go super high, the ball's going to go super long. Clearly, you either need to hit it slower or you need to play with topspin, but I want you to add some margin towards your shots, right? When you're back here, try to go high over the net, right? When I used to train with a line over the net, about this high, right? So net's there, this high. You guys say it, this high. When you're back behind the baseline, you want to go over the line. When you're up at the service line, you want to go under the line. So next time you play, you got a big match, you will hit the ball higher over the net than your opponent, okay? Guys, I'm gonna check the camera one more time. Super nervous. Okay, we are still recording. I'm glad we're still recording because, guys, I am giving you fire tips to instantly take to your next match and play better tennis with, again, with whatever stroke you have, okay? Now, the next thing that you're going to do, okay? What is the furthest distance that you have on court? Is it straight ahead? Well, okay, this net isn't really lined up right, but every net in the center, it's lower than the two sides, okay? Also, diagonal is the furthest distance between 2 points. I hope I remember that from 7th grade math, right? When you go diagonal, you have way more distance than you go straight ahead. So not only when I go straight ahead, I have less distance and I have a higher net, right? But when I go diagonal, I have a lower net and I have more distance with the court to make it in. So what are you going to do? You are going to take your balls cross court. You are not going to go down the line. You are going to go cross court. So you're going to stand back. You're going to be on your toes. You're going to split step when your opponent hits. You're going to play with height, right? When you play with height, you are going to be right, and you're going to try to aim cross court every single time. You're going to aim cross court every single time. Now, when do you want to go down the line? Well, number one, when you want to go down the line is when you feel like Djokovic, when you feel like my favorite player, Nick Kyrgios. You want to just flatten out that shot. Okay, you can go down the line, but that might be low percentage. Then the second time that you guys want to go down the line is when you're inside the court, right? When you are up here, this is offense. When you're around here, this is neutral. When you're back here, this is defense, right? So whenever you get offensive, when you get closer to the middle of the court, this is when you want to go down the line and through the court. Why do you want to go a little bit lower? Why do you want to go through the court? Because you have less court to work with. Think, the further back I get towards the camera, towards you guys, the more court I have to work with. The higher I can hit the ball, the more distance I have to cover. Now, the closer I get towards that net, the less court I have to cover. So that's why I need to go through the court and a little bit lower, okay? So we're giving you guys fire tips to take to your match, okay? You guys want another tip? Okay, amazing, okay? What did I say? The two tips that 2 Minute Tennis gave that were life-changing for me is what? Be the person that hits the ball higher over the net than your opponent. And number two, a serve that is 60 miles per hour, that's in 90% of the time, is way more effective than a serve that's 100 miles per hour, that's in 20% of the time. I'll say that one more time for you guys. Make sure to take note. Write this down to your next match. A serve that is 80 miles per hour, that is in 90% of the time, or 50 miles per hour, that is in 90% of the time, is way more effective than a serve that's 100 miles per hour, that's in 20% of the time. So what does that mean? That means take some speed off your serve. Now, if you're not playing Division I tennis, if you're not at Wimbledon, if you're a club level, intermediate, beginner player, a serve that is this is going to do the same thing of a serve that is that, right? Your opponent's going to hit the ball over the net either way. So add some spin to get the ball in. Once again, add some spin to get the ball in. Hit your second serve as your first serve. Put some spin on your first serve, especially when you're starting out in the match, especially when you're down love 30. Don't go for a bomb on the first serve. Oh no, can I say that on YouTube? I hope so. Don't go for an absolute blast on your first serve and then lollipop your second serve. No, I want your first and second serve to be kind of the same speed so you can be more consistent and have more confidence and get your serve in. Now, if you want more tips on your serve, make sure you click the link in the description to the Instantly Improve My Serve ebook. We're going over power, consistency, control, accuracy, interactive ebook. I don't just tell you, I show you, I give you demonstrations. Stop spending tons of time, tons of money on all these tennis lessons and all these tennis videos, unless they're my tennis videos, and click the link in the description to instantly improve your serve. All right, so we're going to keep on going, okay? So what are we doing? We are what? We're hitting our second serve as our first serve, noticing that consistency is greater than power. We're standing behind the baseline. We're moving in a diagonal. We're playing with height. Guys, these are great tips, okay? The next thing that we're going to do, and maybe the last thing that we're going to teach you guys, is you're going to treat your return like an approach shot. Now, too many players, they miss their returns. They can't hit a good return because they stay still. Remember the one tip that I told you, do not let the ball come to you, you go to the ball. Now, we're getting into a big tip, so I'm just checking my camera again, right? Too many players, they're returning, they're waiting for the ball, they hit, right, and they stay, boom, it goes long, shoot, I missed the return, I missed the return. And guys, you guys aren't just going to be missing returns on a ball that's coming fast. You guys will have lollipop serves. You guys will be receiving lollipops. Like I'm talking about serves like this to you, and you're going to overhit them and hit them long. And the reason why is because you're not moving. You need to treat your return of serve like an approach shot. Once again, you must treat your return of serve just like an approach shot. If you can think that your return of serve is an approach shot, you are going to be much better off and you're going to get way more returns in. So look, whenever I have a return of serve, especially a soft serve, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn and I'm going to move up and throw it. Okay, that was a little bit long. Let's do take two. I'm not cropping that out. Here we are. So we have a short serve. Here we are. So I'm going to turn. I'm going to move up and throw it and play with spin. Play with spin to get the ball in. I don't want you to just take that for your return, but I want you to take that to your serve as well. You will play with spin to get the ball in. Now, guys, I hope you guys can watch this video before your matches. Share this with your friends, with your players, with your students, before they have a big match or a big game, and see yourself play much better tennis without changing anything technical with your serve. Too many players, they think that they have to get this crazy forehand, this crazy backhand, this crazy serve. They have to change their technical game. No, we are here to give you and help you with whatever you have. If you have a grandma serve, if you have a grandma forehand like this, you're going to get better by using these tips. So make sure to use them. If you guys want more Instantly Improve My Serve ebook, I told you guys about it previously in this video. Make sure to click the link. I put the link to my serve video that I was mentioning that I had it cut out. That's why I kept on checking the camera. And make sure to follow me on Instagram. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments below. If this helped you, please give me a like, subscribe, click the ebook, whatever you want. Have a good one, guys, and good luck in your next match.